Hi, this is Justin Kahn from the Decatur Herald and Review here at Mount Zion High School, where tonight Taylorville defeated Mount Zion 30-24 in, I guess, what could best be described as a very weird game. There was at one point the score was 5-0 in this game. There was a safety early when Mount Zion had a bad snap in the end zone on a punt, and then Taylorville came down and kicked a field goal. The field goal kicking of Brandon Moody from Taylorville ended up being the difference in this game. Honestly, I've covered different teams this year, and this is the first team I've seen that has a legitimate kicker, and that ended up being the difference in this one. Was the foot of Brandon Moody. Mount Zion's Keegan Robinson had one of the better blocks you'll ever see from a wide receiver during a drive the Braves had in the fourth quarter. It was on Brett Langen, who earlier in the game had a beautiful interception, but on this one, Langen was chasing Mason Bruce on a running play, and Robinson just leveled him on the play and put Langen down. It didn't look like Langen was going to be able to get up, but he did end up getting up and returning to the game. But again, just a beautiful block by Robinson. Another difference in this game, though, was Taylorville's offensive line and ability of their running back, Bo Bouchon, and quarterback Tanner Champley to gain yards in short yardage situations. They faced several 3rd and 1s, 4th and 1s, 3rd and 2s, and pretty much were always able to gain the yards. Mount Zion did a pretty good job against them defensively a lot of the night, but those short yardage gains ended up that let drives keep going, extended drives, really sort of opened up the big plays Taylorville did have in the game. Mount Zion looked totally out of this game at one point in the fourth quarter, down 2 touchdowns. Peyton Grindstaff had just taken 2 big sacks, and at that point it just looked like, the game was over. But Mount Zion just, keeps throwing plays at you, keeps throwing athletes at you with all the receivers they have, and obviously the ability of Grindstaff. They end up with a hook and ladder play. Grindstaff found Austin Thacker, and he handed it off to Brandon Price. I think the total yards were 61. Price took the last 50 yards for the touchdown on that play. And then it appeared Mount Zion had recovered an onside kick, which gave them the ball back with 36 seconds left, down 6. But the officials ruled that a timeout had been called before the kick, and they ended up re-kicking it, and Taylorville recovered it to put the game away. But a lot of weird calls. There were 2 inadvertent whistles. One of the inadvertent whistles came on an interception. Mount Zion argued that the rule is that the play should just have to be redone, but they ended up giving the ball to Taylorville. They had the interception and took it to the end zone, but they ended up just ruling that Taylorville had the interception and kept the ball at the where the ball was intercepted at. So just a strange game. I don't know that I've been to too many that were more odd than this one, but Taylorville, sort of won it on the basics of football, and that was, up front with some good short yardage plays. They're 5-0 for the first time in a long time, and right now it looks like they're without a doubt the favorite to go ahead and win the Apollo. Effingham will have something to say about that going forward, but real nice team in Taylorville, just a good physical team, and they get the win 30-24. Make sure you check back to hrpreps.com for all the coverage.